Hey, hope you're having a good day. So, summertime is incredible, but it comes with its fair share of challenges between weddings and festivals and holidays and just lots of different events to go to. So, I decided to put together 10 simple tips that I use myself and also implement with clients that really, tend to work very, very well because one of the difficult things about all the events and stuff that do come up over summertime is for a lot of people, including myself, it feels like it can really throw you off if you've got some goals related to, toning up or losing weight or maybe even gaining weight or getting fitter or stronger, or most importantly, just being able to feel good when you wear your favorite clothes and not to feel bloated or to feel guilty about, drinking too much or eating or, just having a great time. So, most importantly, I want you to be able to have a great time over summer, enjoy weddings and festivals and all that kind of stuff while still feeling your best at the same time. So I put together a list of 10 simple tips. Number one, and this is really important, is, the pressure to have a beach ready body can really have a huge impact on our, our self-confidence and our body image. And it's so important, I think, to celebrate non-scale victories, so we want to try and move the emphasis away from the aesthetics side of things and move more towards just an overall health side of things. So instead of getting super obsessed with, trying to get really lean or, having a six pack or, losing loads of weight really quickly, it's more like, okay, focus on the things that are actually going to help you to feel good in the long term, so seeing increases with your fitness, your strength, hitting personal bests, having less pain, feeling subjectively more confident, in your favorite clothes, like really simple things like that. And if we can move away from the scales and put the focus on your health and feeling good mentally and physically, I think that's much more sustainable in the long run. Number two is, there's no such thing as falling off the wagon or starting from scratch. There's just going to be weeks where you're busier and it's harder to focus on your goals. And there's going to be other weeks where it's quieter, where you do have more time to focus on it. So the simple way I break this down is like, there's going to be maintenance weeks. So the weeks that you are busier, you don't have as much time, you can essentially just think like, okay, what's one or two positive things I can do this week to keep moving forward and feeling good? So that could be as simple as like, okay, I'm going to get one workout done this week, and one is better than zero. Or I'm going to track my food 1 or 2 days this week, or I'm going to make more mindful choices with my food, so I'm going to try and eat a little bit more protein, or I'm going to maybe add in some self-care. So if your stress levels are higher, you could go for a walk by the beach or do something you enjoy. Simple things like that. And then the weeks where you do have more time, they're more like progress weeks. So a progress week would be like, okay, what's 4 or 5 positive things I can do this week? Maybe you can push yourself a bit more, get 2 or 3 workouts done. Maybe you can track your food 5 days of the week. Maybe you can cut your calories a little bit lower because you went higher the week before. Just really simple things, but having maintenance weeks and progress weeks. So over the course of a year, you're able to make a lot of progress, because it's like you can progress for a few weeks, maintain, progress for a few weeks, maintain, and then going like this until you get into a really, good habit with things and start having a lot of success. Number three is aim to consume at least 30 grams of protein with your first meal of the day, because that's going to set you up very well, give you energy, help you not have any hunger or cravings, and allow you to feel full and satisfied for the first, 3 to 5 hours. Number four, staying hydrated. So obviously with warmer weather, and if you're getting a lot of steps done or more workouts or sweating more on holidays, it goes without saying, drinking like 2 to 3 liters of water a day. Some people might even need more, especially if you're training a lot. And most importantly, adding some diuretic in with your water, because when you drink water, you're not rehydrating properly. You need to get electrolytes in to rehydrate properly with water. So having some diuretic or any type of electrolyte powder with your water, that's also going to help with energy and feeling full and not having cravings and, all that good stuff. Number five is, the great thing about holidays is that if, you're going somewhere new, you're going to have somewhere to explore. Or if you're going to a festival, like I went to a festival in Edinburgh, Terminal V, last year, and I did like 45,000 steps in one day. Just, from having loads of things to go and do. And it's the same with most holidays. Like if you have somewhere to go to, you're probably going to get a lot of steps done, at least like could be anywhere between 10 to 40,000 a day. So that makes it so much easier because you don't really need to worry then about what you're eating, because you can almost just enjoy yourself as much as you want. And those higher steps are going to allow for the higher food intake. So it essentially balances out. Number 6 is, when you're consuming alcohol, just opt for lower calorie options. So really simple things. It's like if you normally have a rum and Coke, instead of having a regular Coke, you could have a Coke Zero. And that's automatically going to save you like 100 to 150 calories per glass. Instead of having a glass of red wine, you could have a glass of white wine. So 200 calories roughly in a glass of red wine, about 120 in white wine. If you had a hard seltzer, that would be like 99 calories. If you had a gin and tonic, about 120. So you can save calories by just making slightly different, drink choices. Then as well, number 7, if you do have a busy week and you're on holidays, 1 is always better than 0. So even if, you did one workout for 20 minutes, or if you did one bit of stretching for 15 minutes or anything at all, 1 is always better than 0. Because even if you did one session a week for a year, sure, you wouldn't make much progress, but you would still maintain the level of strength or the level of flexibility that you have. So that's much better than going backwards. Number 8 is, striving for a minimum of 90 minutes of deep sleep per night, because I've seen with hundreds of people over the last few years that generally if you get 90 minutes of deep sleep per night or more, you can be almost guaranteed that your energy levels are going to be around a 7 out of 10 or maybe higher. So this is different for everyone. I've seen some people get 90 minutes of deep sleep with 6 hours sleep, and I've seen some people need 8 hours of sleep. So don't really worry so much about the total hours, but more so the amount of deep sleep. Number 9, think of it with calories. You can save up during the week, and so you can spend at the weekend. So if you have a wedding at the weekend, there's going to be lots of alcohol and food and stuff like that. If, for example, you saved up 200 calories Monday to Friday, you would then have an extra 1,000 calories to spend at the weekend. So the amount of calories you eat across the week is the exact same. You've just saved it up, you've done the smart thing, and then you've spent it at the weekend. So an example would be you save up to 200 Monday to Friday. So that could be literally like 2 slices of bread less per day for 5 days. And then at the weekend, you've got that extra 1,000. So, a bottle of wine could be 700, or, 2 lovely fudge brownie and ice cream desserts over the weekend. That could maybe be, maybe 800 or 900, something like that. So you're saving up your calories to spend it on foods that you want to enjoy at the weekend. And then last but definitely not least is, surrounding yourself with supportive people who have a similar mindset to you, who, are really, they're in the zone and they want to make progress and they have a growth mindset and they really want the best for themselves and other people. Being around people like that who have that growth kind of mindset is a complete game changer, because one of my favorite quotes is, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you spend most of your time with 5 people who don't really have any goals related to fitness or health, they're kind of stuck in life, they're not going anywhere, you're going to most likely end up the same way. But if you surround yourself with people who, want to feel their best physically, mentally, emotionally, they want to feel confident, they want to feel good in their own skin, and they want the best for themselves, they want to be the best version of themselves. If you're surrounding yourself with people like that, then that's going to rub off and you're going to become that person, that type of person too. So thankfully, over the last few years, we've built a really nice community between my 8-week, my 16-week, and my 6-month programs. And we have a really nice bunch of like-minded women who support each other, to really get the best results possible. So having a support network is really important. So it honestly makes a big difference to have that accountability and support in the long run. And that is essentially it. So those are 10 of my main tips for summer. Out of those 10, which could you see yourself implementing? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, let me know, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.